Couldn't the Sugar Hill Gang do that, rap?
Check it out. Did you know House Party is hip-hop's first musical? Or that Kid and Play were the first rappers to have their own cartoon? All of this spawned from House Party, an infectious, innocent, classic hood comedy hands down. It's not a lot of wholesome, humble, funny black teen movies, which adds to why this movie is special and so iconic. Check it out. What's it about? Two teenagers in high school plan to throw a party, but one of them gets into trouble with bullies and isn't supposed to go. These same bullies, let it be known, it's on sight, invited to the same party as two of the hottest girls in school. They got a crush on so-and-so, and at the end we see which friends have a chance at becoming a couple. Check it out. Characters. Kid is the average guy in high school, trying to avoid bullies and meet girls. He's a cool dude, but comes off like sort of a square. Play is a fast-talking, clout-chasing ladies' man, who at times can be selfish. Shireen and Sydney, if you pay close attention, they're like the female versions of Kid and Play. Shireen was a hood chick for real. She even stayed in the projects. Her career reminded me most of how I grew up. Shireen likes Kid, but she thinks he's a little bit too childish. Sydney was more of the girl next door. Like Play, she had both of her parents in her life. Although shy, she had a little freak in her. Pops is Kid's father. He's a widower, trying to teach Kid responsibility. He works the night shift and is a little stern as a single parent. He's played exceptionally well by the late great Robin Harris. Bilal is played by young Martin Lawrence. He's the DJ friend everybody plays to the left because he has bad breath and he's always complaining. Stab, Zilla, and Pee-wee look like super seniors, but they're tough guys with muscles and jerry curls. Check it out. What I see? Kid's bad day started over spilled milk. Half the fun of House Party is seeing Kid's existence as a sort of Ferris Bueller in a series of sitcom-worthy moments that often ended with temporary reversals. All the youth in House Party are pretty much good kids, so it's a cool, innocent feeling watching them maneuver their way through teenage life. And how about for a teen movie, how it dares to be socially responsible by omitting drug use and turning its nose up at teen drinking.
Hey, look, you drunk? Should we do this? Come on, let's do it.
Not to mention, this film also endorses safe sex, all without alienating those that do partake in, what they do. The bullies are the ops, but in this movie, the cops are the true antagonists. Uncle Phil called them fascists.
You should have pressed charges.
Oh, not with those fascist cops there.
Check it out. Here's some lessons from House Party. Lesson.
Yo, kid, man.
Don't give up so easy.
That dance stuff you was
In
doing
the
out there on
movie,
the dance
had
floor.
Chill
I've been trying to
given
get that
up,
all night, man.
we wouldn't have got that iconic dance.
I learned them all. Wait a minute. Don't give up so easy. I'll teach you. I'll teach you. Yo, come on, man.
Lesson.
Why
Don't
you tell me about
hatch
this when you first got home?
about
Why you
school
trying to
from
hide
your
from?
parents.
I didn't
They're
think
gonna
it was that
find out.
important.
Oh, you didn't. Your school thought it was important.
Lesson.
All right.
Don't let your kids go out before doing homework. Or I guess that's like Zoom work at this point, right? Right? Is that what it is? Lesson.
Oh, no.
Teach your kids how to
Every
be
little step you take
responsible,
will be around this
even
bedroom tonight.
if it hurts their
Believe that.
feelings.
You're not going nowhere.
Gonna make me a social misfit.
Boy, I'm trying to make you a responsible person.
But I am too responsible.
Lesson.
Listen.
Keep your mind on them books and off them females, or insert opposite sex. And if you're really about that life, replace books with money. Lesson. Teenage drinking is whack. That's all.
It's been in here a
Lesson.
while.
Practice safe
I
sex.
guess it's been in here a little.
No glove, no love.
I don't even know why I asked about birth controls. Most guys wouldn't care if you had birth control or not.
Lesson. Disorderly
These kids
teens
have been in a few
need
accidents. See
discipline,
if now
not
they
jail.
can let this slide by.
They need discipline,
You
not
feel me?
solitary confinement.
Check it out. When you see it, the Hudlin brothers are the writer-director duo and the two well-dressed thieves in this film. They're who gave us the House Party franchise, Baby Kids, Boomerang, and a lot of other hood movies we all know and love. House Party hit the nail on their head with its realistic depictions of teenage life in the hood without all the street life elements. So everything looks wholesome except where Shireen stays. Real talk, looking back at it, my memory of it was kind of glossy. Not remembering this movie had Kid almost getting shot, almost getting ran over, and almost getting raped. I used to think that Kid Pops was mean when I was younger, but Pops didn't want Kid to go to the party because he broke curfew last time. Plus, he didn't want his son to get beat up by those same bullies. Not to mention, Play's parents was out of town. Even with all that though, he was still willing to let Kid go to the party instead of staying in to watch Dolomite. But the fact that Kid didn't tell his father what happened when he came home from school is ultimately the reason Pops didn't want to let him go to the party. He's trying to teach him responsibility, all of which are valid points from a parent's perspective. But anyway, before the party, both Kid and Play can be seen practicing separately. Kid is working on his rhymes because he got booed last time he tried to flow in public. Play's working on his dance moves because Kid's the better dancer. In reality though, Christopher Kid Reid wrote all of Play's rhymes for the movie. But anyway, the whole time at the party, Shireen is only feeling Kid because Sydney showed a little bit of interest in him. She kinda shady low-key. You can see it during the rap battle. Sydney starting to catch feelings for Kid, but Shireen, I think it was fun for her leading both Kid and Play on. You would think she'd DTF, but she's only a tease. Sydney, on the other hand, was an undercover freak, but just for that special someone. And Sydney a real one. Peep how she still held down Kid and Shireen when Kid father popped up, even though they both kinda hurt her feelings. Yeah, she a real one for that. As the night continues, Kid father ended up being right about the bullies. When they show up to the party, they're rejected, embarrassed. They plan to set the place ablaze. Literally, their plan is arson. Good thing is, even though they're bad kids, they're not smokers, so no one has a lighter. Luckily, the police show up, and instead of taking them to jail, they exact a little bit of street justice. Hashtag police brutality. I don't think this was the type of discipline Uncle Phil and his wife was talking about. By the way, Uncle Phil and his wife are really Sydney's parents. This must be a small town because after the bullies get beat up by the cops, they're driving around and who they see leaving Sydney's house? Kid! John Witherspoon is in this too. He stays next door to Play and is heckling partygoers because the loud music is keeping them up. And before they was in Friday together, Craig and Day-Day's landlord was John Witherspoon's wife in this movie. John Witherspoon said he paid $15,000 for his house in 1991. That's a deal in 1991. That would be like $28,000 in 2020. Like I said, that's a deal. Check it out. This is one of the best examples of black kids just being young and trying to have clean fun. No one's really getting hurt. It's not too sexual. Ain't no gang banging or drug use. Just a lot of dancing and light romancing. Going to a house party is one of the funnest things you can ever do as a teenager. Ironically, with the main theme of this movie being responsibility, it takes a little bit of responsibility to pull off a party like Play did without his parents knowing. If you've never had a chance to attend a house party, at least do yourself a favor and watch this movie. It's almost just as fun, you know, because just watching the movie, you might not have nobody to grind on, you know. Before the end, Kid's decision not to have unprotected sex shows how responsible he turned out to be. The movie ends with a butt whooping by Pops to Kid. Pops felt like he had to make Kid accountable, just to make sure. You feel me? Whatever the case, I hope you take care of yourself. Choose wisely. Like, share, and subscribe so the big homie can survive, you know? Oh, I don't know why I keep forgetting these extras, man. I got a little extra for you. Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith is who they wanted to play the roles of Kid and Play. Kid and Play original names were the Kid Cool Out and the Playboy. Just so you know, that rap battle, Kid wrote both of the verses. It only took 30 days to film House Party. The reason they kept making house parties, it only took 2 weekends to recoup its budget. To y'all, who won the rap battle between Kid and Play?
That's why you can't.
Did y'all hear Kid ask Play not to be on CP time? You know, color people time. Middle of the school year, and Kid House still got Christmas lights up. A Dick Gregory is a health food fasting drink. Sure ain't Big Uncle gonna ask for a Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory, R.I.P., was an activist, comedian, and all-around sharer of good information. Do yourself a favor and do your Googles on him. Taking a shower like this is mad sus. Kid's dad low-key called him a mistake.
Because you mess around and make the same mistake I did. Sorry, okay?
My man Chill had silver dollar pieces all around his brim. How much you think was up there?
But look, man, it's for play.
Kid calls play
Look,
a mumble mouth rapper. Is that like equivalent to a mumble rapper?
Mumble mouth, motherfucker. Look, I'm the one with the dope lyrics.
You a hood figure if you ever referred to colors over flavors. I'm talking about Kool-Aid, man. Sydney told her parents she stayed in, but had on makeup. Come on, son. Ladies, that big old can of hairspray kid was using, was that normal size? Stab's obsession with wanting to beat up kids? Yeah, that's kind of sus too. Like, how long him and Kid been interacting? The Kid and Play dance is top 5 dance moves. Kid and Play were among the first rappers with movies, comics, cartoons, and a toy line of themselves. Both A.J. Johnsons was in this film.
That Jerry curl you got on your head, you better not ever do a crime. Police never had no problem finding you. Follow the drip, follow the drip.
Gotta love Shireen. She a project chick for real. Shout out to all the hood figures that was raised and grew up in projects. Yeah. Here's some more reasons to love checking out hood reviews. Because I point out how much I love hood movies for reasons such as the little boy that makes the Kool-Aid is Trey from Boys in the Hood. And Buddy on the phone, that's Chauncey from Menace. George Clinton makes a guest appearance hosting a fancy black dinner party. You see all that black excellence. You see that. I'm not sure if they included this to show the contrast between young versus old, but I appreciate the Godfather of Funk.
Yeah,
nonetheless.
I cried 2 tears in a bucket. Let's take it to the stage.
Just to let y'all know why Bilal was ready to fight, bumping the table while DJ is doing their thing is like unplugging the aux cord mid-song or buffering during streaming. It's mad irritating, yo. Is partying till the roof flies off like the equivalent of turning up? Who else used to play music from a tape recorder? My grandma had one, man. Like, I ain't grew up in the house with like a big old stereo system. My grandma was like PTA, so she had like a tape recorder. Anyway, Kid almost got raped in jail by booty goons. Professed he's not a homosexual, but in fear, yet screams, "Suck my..." I couldn't help but think that's what they was trying to do while you was in there. Did any of you all grow up getting whoopings as a kid? I know I did. It's becoming undeniable in hood movies how nobody really likes the presidents. Here's a picture of Ronald Reagan getting hit with Jell-O. The guy Kid lands on looks like a dollar store Uncle Phil. I gotta stop calling him dollar store Uncle Phil. That's really Sydney's father. So you don't forget this is a hood movie. During the peeping Tom scene, a gun get fired. And I'm not a fan of the police, but after that gunshot, and plays neighbor complaining, the law had probable cause to be in the neighborhood. But did that cop just lie? Too afraid to press charges? Seems patronizing to have black youths repeat Jesse Jackson's slogan. Even in a lighthearted comedy, you can be doing nothing but minding your own business and the police still gonna be on board, letting you know they're always watching. Turns out these 2 cops went on total BS. We see 2 well-dressed thieves being chased by a dog. Apparently, they just got done with a B&E. And that's the Hudlin brothers I was telling you about. I take it back, though. These cops are assholes. Pops answered my thoughts of why the cops was messing with him. By Kid's logic, he was going to be in trouble regardless, so he might as well have fun. You ever been in that type of situation? If you're ever asked what ended Play's party, someone dropped a deuce in the bathroom and broke the toilet. Who's your favorite out the duo, Kid or Play? Still, we should give Kid credit. He might have been bullied, but at least he swung first against them bullies. And while you got me talking, Play and Bilal bogus for not helping Kid fight. Would have been a fair fight then. Anyway, appreciate you listening to the end, being a hood figure. By this time, you should be by now you should be unliked and subscribed, man. What you waiting on, fam? Take care of yourself, man. I'm out.
Fuck you toy cops, man.
All right, hold it. Don't call it in. Why not? Why bother with the paperwork? We can handle this shit ourselves.
What do you got in mind?
Let's take them down to the docks. Nobody can hear him scream.
Shit.